Hello everyone. We're back. I actually started the stream correctly this time. It didn't make some weird duplicate stream, so that's always a bonus. Always good. Just working on rough animation again today. Same as usual. Hi again, I guess. Hi Egg. Welcome back. So passive aggressive. So yeah, we're doing the same stuff. This rough animation takes a while, so it's gonna be a pretty chill stream today, but getting right into it. For people who haven't seen the previous streams or anything, what is this song? Sorry, I'm already getting distracted. There we go. That's something a bit more chill. So for people who haven't joined the previous streams, just working on a rough animation for my next video, which will be coming out once it's done. Once I finish it. Optimistically, hopefully, it would be done by second weekend of September, but that's being very optimistic. I'm not gonna make big goals for myself either, because I want it to turn out decent, and not be rushed. But yeah, so we'll just we'll see how that goes. We're getting back to this shot, which has given me so much grief, but I think I've gotten it into a place where I'm enjoying the head movement. I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. I definitely need to add a settle frame here, just to add to that they take a little hop here, so I want to add another frame here. So we'll get right into it. That is not the correct name for this layer. We're gonna do some renaming magic here, just so it doesn't go as layer 1. It actually has a nice frame name. Okay, so we'll add one here for now. At this point, don't really need the original storyboard layer for now. Once we start animating the actual torso, I'm gonna need that again, but for now it's okay. Okay. Oh wow. Oh, we're back to Bald Kit. Everybody's favorite character. Okay, I think my pen was at 6 pixels last time. I think I'm trying to stay around that range. At least for these kinds of shots where it's just a medium close-up. I did some animation yesterday, but I didn't do it on stream because it's a bit later in the video. And I don't want to give too much away, I don't want to show the whole thing before it comes out. But I had a lot of fun animating yesterday, and it actually went a lot faster than when I'm on stream, because I think I talk a lot on these and it kind of distracts me, which is fine. I don't mind taking my time with these, but yeah, I was definitely distracted on streams. Okay, I'm gonna turn that layer off for now, just so I can kind of focus on where they're going. What platform is this? This is Clip Studio Paint, specifically the EX version, which has a bit more for animation. So I think with the regular, I think Pro, you can only do 24 frames, or well, not 24, but 1 second of animation. But EX, you can do multiple. But this is not the new Clip Studio Paint version, because that subscription based is the older one, before they did subscriptions. I'm gonna be pretty busy next week, so I won't really have time to stream. So this will be last stream for like a week, and then I'll come back after that and get back to it. But really hoping to have Rough Animation done by next weekend. Very optimistic, you know, hopeful deadline on that. But also not like a set deadline. Okay, I don't like how their chin kind of shrinks here. So we're gonna bring that down, and we're gonna use my best friend, the liquify tool. Just so we don't lose like that line weight as much. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring their head down just a bit more. Where are they coming from? They're coming from here, so maybe also give them a bit of a head tilt. Yeah, I've just been testing out live streams. I did this last year on Twitch when I was doing Rough Animation for Fool, and it was really fun. On Twitch it definitely feels like you're talking into the void, which I didn't mind. So YouTube has definitely given me quite like a shock with like people talking in the chat, which is very sweet. But I'm definitely not used to it, so yeah, this is just same story as Fool, just different part of it, I guess. But very excited for this one to be done. Okay, I think their head needs to come down just a bit more. So we're just gonna do this silly thing called moving it down with the lasso tool. My favorite. There we go. And then maybe like rotate their head just a bit more. Because this is like they're off balance here, and then they're kind of finding their footing here because they're being like tugged up. What is your opinion on Krita as an animation platform? Also, Pink says, I'm a loaf of bread. I'm so proud of you. Krita, I used it before I got into Clip Studio Paint, and that was like 8 years ago now. So it's probably changed a bit, so I don't really have like a solid opinion on it. I just know it's still free, right? I would hope so. Or at least like a one-time payment. I think, I mean, for any like animation, yeah, it's still free. Okay, that's good. For any like animation platform, I'd say as long as you can just, you know, make new frames and time it out, that's a good animation platform. So yeah, I tried it for a while, before I really like took the jump and got Clip Studio, but again, that was like ages ago, so you know, I don't know how much has changed. I don't know if like animation's gotten a bit better on it, or if it's just kind of stayed the same. But yeah, again, if like any animation platform where you can just make new frames, you know, people still use flip notes for animation, and they make stuff that's like gorgeous on there, so if that tells you anything. Ooh, their hair kind of like shrinks here. This is my first time I'm watching one of your streams. Can you give me context on what's going on here? Yeah, so I'm animating my next music video, which is gonna be in like the whole Jester series or whatever. And right now we're just on Rough Animation, which we've been on Rough Animation for, I mean, the entirety that I've been doing these streams this week. So we're just kind of going through those shots. Next video is gonna be to the song The Handshake by MGMT. Jester, yeah. So it's a continuation, or well, it's like, it's part of the story that Fool takes place in, so it's the same characters. So you got Kit and then Kiddick, so we're animating them today. And this shot in particular is them kind of being tugged up, which I'd animated a lot of those shots like last couple streams. The ones that came before this, like this is a really quick one. I actually want to fix something in here while I'm streaming today, but we'll get to that later. As an animator myself, I wish the best of luck to you in this animation. Thank you! It's been really fun so far. This shot has made an appearance over the past 3 streams. I tried animating it a few streams ago and got like way too angry at it because like nothing was looking right. So I took a break from it and then came back to it last stream and kind of got to a place where I was actually happy with it, which was really nice. So now we're just kind of finishing up rough animation of this shot, and then I'll move on to, I have 2 others planned today, fixing this one and then maybe starting on this one. We'll see. This one's a bit of a tough shot. It's some tough movement, so we'll kind of see how it goes. I love the full animation you did, by the way. Thank you so much! It was really fun to work on. It's good to take breaks. Yeah, I know. It's like, I find that if I've been staring at an animation, like, if I've been staring at a shot for more than an hour, everything starts to look wrong. So that's kind of my sign to go on to a different shot, which always helps. And then come back with it with, like, fresh eyes. So yeah, we're just continuing on that today with fresh eyes. Okay. So their head kind of shrinks here. Like on this side. You see like it just kind of moves in this way a bit too much, so I'm gonna fix that. Just bring it out slightly. Okay. Looks a bit better. So yeah, they're kind of finding their footing. I may make their hair follow through here. Just kind of add like a bit of drag to it. Just to add a bit of pizzazz, I guess. How are you streaming and animating at the same time and talking? Oh, it is hard. It is difficult. I have had like such a hard time trying to talk and like actually, you know, be cohesive, as I'm also thinking about like, how does this movement have to work? But a lot of it is just like thinking out loud, which makes it easier for me. But yeah, I mean, like, I was doing animation yesterday off stream, and like I did 2 shots yesterday and they took me about an hour, and this shot, for reference, has probably taken me like 3 hours. No, probably like 2 hours combined, because I've been like talking through it. So definitely animate a bit better when I'm off stream, but I definitely like the streaming aspect of things. Did you go to art school? I did. I graduated from SCAD, or Savannah College of Art and Design, word vomit, back in fall of 2022, but I majored in 3D animation and not 2D, so still figuring this whole thing out. So if some of my rough animation process things seem a little sacrilegious, that's why. Then you wonder how people like Verby play TF2. I don't know who that is, I'm so sorry. Don't you get nervous when streaming? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like those first like 5-minute jitters of like going live, and then just sitting there and watching it be like, stream starting soon. Definitely a little nerve-wracking. I think that would be nerve-wracking for like anyone. Okay. I think you're doing great. Thank you. Thinking of going to art school, but I'm worried about finding jobs. Is it hard finding a career in the art world? I am not the person to ask. I I have not broken into the industry yet, but that's also because the industry is like a dumpster fire right now. I mean, a lot of it with art college is just like, at least the thing that I should have done when I went to college was talking to your career advisor a lot, like a ton. I mean, once you graduate, you know, if you're still in high school, then like I would say the industry's probably going to get better in the next 4 years. So it, you know, it really depends. It's like so difficult. You know, I worked at a diner last summer when I was making Fool, and then I worked as an optician for like 9 months with my animation degree, and now I'm going into another job which is like an actual desk job and it's not animation related, so I'm not really the one to ask about getting into the art career. But I mean, I feel like I've used my degree, you know, I'm doing what I love still. It's just not, you know, it's not like a living for me. And I'm okay with that for now, because I'm still like refining my skills with 2D animation. I'd say like any college is good, mostly just for like finding your people and also figuring out like what you want to do. But also like don't, you know, put your whole life savings into it. And that's definitely what art college wants you to do, is put like your entire life savings and then your firstborn child into the degree. So I mean, if you can go to community college, that's what I always recommend, because I did that my first year, and that helped me a ton in kind of like figuring stuff out. But I don't know, I mean, it's tough to say like how the industry will be in 4 years from now, and I'm obviously not a professional in that sense because I haven't gotten into the industry. But it is fun, you know, working on like student films, or just like collaborative projects, even after you graduate. It's nice finding your people, you know. Like, I think my favorite aspect of college was like my friends and everything. And I talk about this all the time, but like college really burned me out of 3D animation, so I haven't touched 3D animation since I graduated. But it also kind of helped me figure out like sort of the process for 2D, and figuring out that that's kind of the route I want to go down. I'm trying to get into an art college myself. Yeah, it's tough. Hello, welcome back. Hopefully, Ragnikai, you learned your lesson from last time and just kind of chill out and watch the stream. Take a bit of a break. I hear art school burns a lot of people out. Yeah. Egg, feel free to crowd chat. It's fine. Amazing username once again, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I think like the culture at my college, like especially for senior year, like I only had animation classes for my final 2 quarters, because I did a lot of my like core credits early, because I was like, I want to get to the animation classes, but then I didn't have any like lecture classes by the end of it, so I was doing like, you know, so many hours a week of just animation. It's all I did, and it really killed me, so don't recommend that, you know. I also didn't really connect with my career advisor because like COVID happened right in between, like right after my first 2 semesters or 2 quarters at SCAD was when COVID hit, and then like my whole junior year was online. So I feel like I kind of lost that opportunity. What are some of your inspirations for drawing? Oh, I have so many. I have so many. That's really tough. I mean, I feel like everything inspires me. Any of like my like the people I follow on like Twitter, Instagram are usually big inspirations for my work. Music is a really big inspiration for my animation. My favorite color, that's a tough one also. I'd say yellow is my favorite right now. It changes a lot. Oh, like the biggest ones. Are you talking about like artists who inspire me, or and like what made up your art style? Very curious. Ooh, that's a good one. I think my art style came a lot from, I really like ABD illustrates or draws on YouTube. His stuff is really cool. And I feel like I really took inspiration of like the way that he puts like detail into the work. Just really cool stuff, really cool illustrations. Yeah, they're really cool. And then there's like a ton of animators on YouTube that obviously are inspirations. But yeah, I don't know. It's really tough. I feel like one who actually they're now they follow me on Instagram, so it's like weird being like they're an inspiration to me, but Sarah Draws is like their art style is super cool. And just like I don't know, it's like warm, I guess. Where is their hair going here? Okay, down just a little bit. It's really weird now because like a lot of the people who inspire my stuff follow me. And so I always feel like really weird talking about it because I'm like, this is so awkward. But yeah, there's a lot of different inspirations. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, when I talk about like one of my biggest inspirations like following me back, like I think that day was crazy, but then also was like, just be normal about it. I'm making like a whole series that's partly a commentary on parasocial relationships, so don't really want to add on to that by being like, wow, this really cool artist followed me, that's crazy. I don't know. I could just be talking on my ass with it, but that means you're pretty special, man. Thanks. Nearly had a heart attack when some people like followed me. Alright, so I'm liking the look of this frame. I think it's working out. I'm gonna be like so tired of the shot when it's done. I have stared at it for way too many hours. And then I'm gonna have to stare at it again whenever I do like cleanup, so I can't win. Okay, we're gonna see how that looks. I think it might look a little weird at first. Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna fix this real quick. Alright, let's see. The ears kind of shrink. That's a shame. I'm looking forward to having a bit of a break next week. I got a really exciting trip coming up that I planned out like last month. And I'll still be animating during it because I'm bringing my tablet, but so it won't be entirely a break, but it's gonna be nice. Do you have a dream / goal with your art, like making a series? What's the big plan? I think just having a lot of music videos. I mean, I have like this story with these two is all planned out and everything. I just have to like actually animate it, which is so rough because I'm really impatient as a person, and so I'm like, I need it to be done like right now, and it's tough with like this music video I'm working on now and then the next one, because they're kind of like the bridge, or like the archway that bridges you know, the Fool to the music video I'm actually like really excited to animate. Hi Kiri Cat. Do you write what you have planned? Yeah. I have it all written down in a little Google Doc somewhere. And also just like my notes app on my iPhone is like full of just like disembodied thoughts about like, oh, I should have this happen and stuff like that. So it's the whole story is planned out, I just have to actually animate it, which takes a long time. So it's a work in progress, but I'm really excited. I really enjoy this story, and I really like these characters. Like, they mean a lot to me, and they're really, really personal to me, obviously, because one of them is, like, me. So. I don't know how you do that. I'm not good with writing and making it organized. Oh, it's not organized at all. Like, I mean, like I always say, like, my notes app just has disembodied thoughts, and then I have to just, like, scroll through them and try and find the one that makes the most sense, and be like, what was I trying to say with this? But, I wanted, like, when I was making Fool, I knew that I would have to kind of plan ahead a bit, in terms of, like, you know, things that don't really make sense in Fool, but I want them to make sense a bit later and everything. So I had to, like, really think about that, and that kind of led into me, you know, trying to make a cohesive plot for the characters, and also, like, dive into what they can and can't do, which is really fun. It's, like, one of my favorite parts is planning, aside from, like, seeing the final product. But obviously, like, I love the process. I don't think I'd be doing this if I didn't like the process. Alright. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I think maybe their ear is a little weird here. See, it, like, changes shape. These two ears. We're gonna ignore it for now, though, because I don't really need to worry about that until I do, like, clean up, so it works out. Alright. That's the head animation done. Now we can get on to the torso, finally. I've only animated a single frame of it, but, okay. This is gonna be tough. Because I think this is gonna be, like, really, really rough at first with the animation. What's your process, like, from the first idea to making it all one big thing that everyone understands? Because I know you said that the writing was not organized. Oh, feel free to ask as many questions as you want. I love answering these. So, I mean, like, the first step, I guess step, is, like, when I was listening to the music, or, like, the songs, and kind of envisioning, like, these characters, like, because I guess, like, it's hard to go back to, like, the first instance of, you know, thinking up the characters, but, you know, the first time I really thought about this story was back after Gloom. I was listening to a lot of Decide, like the Joe's album that Gloom came from, and, you know, Fool was definitely on my radar because I really wanted to do an animation for it, but I was like, I don't know, like, can't really think of anything. And then I just kind of got this, like, idea in my head about, like, because, like, the song is more so about, you know, like, fame, and I guess, like, most of the album is about fame and, like, parasocial relationships that come with that, people not really, like, viewing you as human, and I feel like Fool was definitely like leaning into like having this persona that you kind of put forward, like don't look at the person behind the curtain kind of deal. And I really liked that idea, and I think that's kind of where this like Jester character came from, was just like that idea of I don't know, just having like leaning into this online persona of like, yeah, I'm a funny guy, like I'll just make whatever content you want me to. And so that's where like the whole process started, and then from there I kind of left it on the shelf for a while because I was like, this is a little cringe. I'm not gonna animate this. Does the Jester have a name? Yeah, their name's Kiddick, just after my channel name. But yeah, so after kind of like having the idea after listening to the song, then I kind of got into like, okay, well, who are these characters and like what do they represent? Oh no, it's okay, don't worry. It's not really like obvious what their name is through the series. There's like hints, but it's not like, you know, outright said. Like the characters don't ever like address each other by their names because they don't really talk other than the lyrics of the songs. But yeah, so after like getting an idea with the actual song and everything like that, I started like brainstorming the characters, kind of like what their backstory was, how they got into the situation they're in. And then from there it was really fun because I kind of played around with like, I guess, I don't know how to describe it, like I did these like test posts with them. So like one of my animated shorts on here, like the baked beans one, was just kind of like testing out the characters and seeing if I had fun with them, and I definitely did. So it worked out. Well, we're back on Full Metal Alchemist music. So is the human character also Kiddick? No, so their name is just Kit. They're me, basically. It always feels like really weird referring them in third person because I'm like, that's me though. But yeah. So then just kind of planning out their stories, and it's so difficult to talk coherently when I'm animating as well. So I'm trying my best, but please forgive me if my thoughts are like really disorganized. But yeah, then I got to storyboarding Fool, and while I was working on Fool, I was also kind of thinking of like, okay, well, do I want this to be a one-off thing, or do I want this to be like a cohesive thing? But yeah, I don't know, it just kind of turned into like, yeah, I want to do more with these characters, and like I want to have a message that I'm trying to send while also kind of like not giving away too much too soon. And then I storyboarded most of the story. Actually, while I was working at a diner, I was a host at a diner, and I'd be up at the front, and it was like, it was a family-owned business, so it was like really slow. And they let me just draw, which was awesome of them. But yeah, I like storyboarded most of it while I was working that job, and then I started animating it last fall, and here we are now, going on to the second video. But gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that job was fun. It was tough because I mean it's customer service, and it's like the bare bones of customer service. Like, people just treat you like dirt for no reason. You know, it was also like a newly opened diner as well, so like I was part of the opening crew, which was really cool, but also like really tough. You know, just getting hours was difficult, but you know, it got me through. It was like my first job when I moved to the city that I'm in now, and definitely helped introduce me to the city, which was nice. I painted one of their doors because it got broken into within like the first week of being open, which is just insane. And they had to cover it up with a thing of plywood, and they were like, Kit knows art, we'll just have them paint the door. So now my work is solidified at the diner with a painted piece of plywood, which they still haven't replaced. You know, it worked out. It got me through. It's the day jobs that really get us through, you know. Okay, I don't know if this is... I think it might be a little too different from the frame. Oh, this is the wrong frame. It might be a little too different from the frame that comes after it, because I want it to look like it's easing into this pose right here. It's like, it's so difficult to describe what I'm thinking. I was talking about this last stream, but like my way of explaining my animation is like not even coherent, because I'm like, I just want the character to do like whoosh, you know, like I just want them to, you know, like I want this line to look like this, and it's like, it's just very not descriptive at all. I could never be an animation teacher for this very reason. I'd be explaining like the 12 principles of animation. I'd be like, so yeah, you just want the hair to go like this. And like, not even explain it. Animation is hard, sounds is all we need. Yeah, pretty much. Just that second sense for motion. I don't know what you'd call it. I think I'd call it like talking out my ass, probably. Alright, this isn't too bad. I don't hate it. I feel like I say this every stream, just like, I don't hate it. That's all I need. Okay. So yeah, not the worst, not the worst. I feel like the motion isn't, like, snappy enough. I don't know if that's the right word to use for it. Also, their head looks, like, massive in this one frame. Why is that? I guess, like, maybe their body is just too small here. But I think I'm not gonna worry about these first frames right now. Like, they look a little weird right now, but that's okay. They don't need to look like super coherent at the moment. Hello everyone in Kiddick. What did I miss? Hello! Not much. Working on the same shot as last time. We're finally getting to the torso animation. I was mentioning earlier, this is gonna be, I'm taking a bit of a break next week because I'm going out of town. So this will be my last stream for like a week, and then I'll come back and continue on. But goal is to hopefully finish rough animation by next weekend, because I'll still be animating, I just won't be able to stream. You can't keep me away from animation. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes, and then after that it'll just be cleanup and minimum effects, and then this will be done. What the fuck? Sorry. Did I add Fool to this playlist? I don't have... Okay, I had it a while ago. I guess we have Fool on the playlist. Us artists need to draw. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know who I'd be if I wasn't drawing 24/7. Not alive, that's for sure. If you ever find me not drawing, it means I'm dead. Or I'm burnt out, that's also a possibility. Okay, so I think I'm gonna kind of have their shoulder like come out here. God, Joe's music is just, it has no right being this good. I talk about this every stream, so I'm so sorry. This is why I don't put Joe in the playlist, because I'll just talk about it the whole time. This song was like so fun to animate. I've had such a good time animating his music, because you know I've only done 2 music videos to his songs like so far, but both have just been such a joy. Okay, so I like how this arm's kind of coming out just a bit, because they have to like find their footing. Because I think, I'm gonna skip to this frame real quick, I think I want their arm to kind of like come out this way, so they kind of like counterbalance, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word for it. It was a nice chilling and chatting, but I gotta go now. Hope things go well. Thank you! Thanks for hopping in and chatting. Man, this is like double Joe feature, okay. This is like too much in a row. YouTube's gonna get my ass. It's fine. It's fine. You can't hate Joe's music. I'm gonna add more to the playlist. And I bet you next stream I'm gonna be like, who the fuck added more Joe to this? As if it wasn't me. Okay. So yeah, their shoulder's gonna come down just a bit here and kind of come forward, just because they're kind of like tripping into this like next pose, getting their footing. I was literally listening to the previous song just now. No way. You can't escape Fool. I seriously think like his songs are the only ones that I haven't gotten tired of after spending like months working on the videos for them, which I can't necessarily say for the other ones that I have animated to. Ooh, this looks a little weird because like I'm talking about this part right here. Like the arm comes out and then comes back down. Okay, I'm gonna change that. Once again, I'm complaining about how it's so impossible to not sing to these songs when they come on, because they're just so good. Full of whimsy and wonder. Okay, let's see if that looks a bit better. I think maybe... I don't know. I don't know how to make this look a bit better. Maybe if I bring this down slightly? I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, you know what might work actually is if I bring it up the other way. So that like this, the height of this motion here will be a bit sooner and then it'll lead better into that. Let's see. Now I have to fix this. Bring their shoulder up. Let's see. Because I just feel like this impact doesn't... I don't know what something's bothering me about these frames. I know I said I wasn't gonna worry about like the first couple, but they're bothering me. They just don't look right. Okay, it's fine. We're not gonna worry about it. We're going on to this one. Okay, delete this. Let's see. I already had like a pose kind of planned out in the storyboard, which that kind of helps. Let's see. I'll just kind of like loosely draw over this just to get like a rough idea. And I'm gonna change some things. Namely, their arm here It's gonna come out like that. And then I feel like this should come in a bit more because it looks like their shoulder looks way too broad here. Just a little too broad. Still way too broad. Okay, that's a bit better. And then also gonna change this. And their collar can just be like here. See how that looks. This changes shape like so bad. That is not the same collar. This weekend I tried to study, practice drawing if procrastination doesn't kick in. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. I know I haven't like really taken the time to animate, like sit down and animate for, it feels like a while now. I know it hasn't been that long, but it feels like it's been too long. It was really killing my mood. So I'm glad I'm back to animating again. I know like realistically I've been working on stuff for the past month and I know that, but it just feels like I haven't had like a day where I've really given myself time to actually animate. So this past week has been really fun for that. Okay, I'm gonna bring this out just a bit more. Their color is like really awkward to animate sometimes, because it's like sometimes it'll go in front of the ear and then sometimes it'll go behind the ear, and there's no like real set like this is how the collar should work kind of thing. Because the collar in this drawing and this drawing definitely does not look like the collar they ended up with, like the jacket collar, but it's fine. We just we won't pay too much attention to it, except it still shrinks there, so I'm gonna fix this a little bit because that'll get on my nerves. I want it to hold like some shape, you know. Let's try that. I think that's a bit better. Yeah, it's a bit better. Maybe they bring their arm down like just a bit more. Actually, hold on, I have an idea. I think they'll bring their arm down more in the next frame. So that'll work out. This stream feels a lot more chill than the last one, which is nice. Just kind of chilling and animating. Okay. It kind of works. I don't know if Clipsio Paint is like lagging or if these frames look weird. Yeah, I think they kind of look weird. See, the hard part about this is it's a medium close-up shot. So obviously you don't see like their full body, but they're like tripping over their own foot. And I have to like convey that just through like their bust, you know? And it's really difficult to do. Like when it was just like their head being animated, like that looked, you know, like they're kind of skipping on their foot. But then with their torso added in, it looks a bit weird. I think maybe if I actually like bring this arm up for now. I really should have like filmed reference for this, but I didn't feel like it. This would have been like a really hard one to film reference for. I would have had to ask like one of my housemates to like tug me up, you know? I animated reference for one of the later shots yesterday, and it was literally me just like opening a door. and I had so much fun with that. Because I was just like, I every time I like film reference or anything, I always like try and explain at the beginning of the video what it's reference for, just so like when my future self looks at it, I'm like, not like, what the fuck is this? And so I was literally like, this is me opening a door. And that's how it went. I feel like making reference videos is very important with animation. Okay, so their shoulder... So this shoulder is gonna come down more. I feel like the movement just feels a little too, like wishy-washy. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. And the shoulder is gonna come up just a bit. Okay, we'll see how that looks. Oh, okay, I don't hate it. I feel like the arms coming up, you know, before the head stops moving is a good move. And then we're just gonna kind of redraw it and tweak like a few things. Again, I think I'm going a little too hard for just like rough animation. But it'll help me later on when I start like actually doing cleanup. It's gonna be a good for future me. I was watching the first season of Mob Psycho 100, and I thought Kiddick made a video drawing scenes from the first season. I found out which drawings Kiddick made. Which are impressive. Thank you. Yeah, that video was really fun to work on. I started doing season 2, and got like really burnt out, and it was like right when I was moving to an entirely different state, so I got like way too busy. But yeah, it was really fun. I mean, it really helped me like with figuring out stuff like shot composition, everything like that. So I feel like it was a really good exercise. I just think I put way too much pressure on myself to be like, I have to get this done every single week, and you know, that's like recipe for burnout. So you know, didn't work for the second season, but I'll probably come back to it later. I have like all the footage recorded and everything, or at least like the live action footage, for if I do make a video on it, but just haven't drawn out the scenes. But that was really fun to work on. It was really fun to kind of do that mix of live action and animation. And also that location was really fun to go to. It was pretty far out from where I was living at the time, but that location was really cool, and it was like, it was like a whole tunnel and everything off the side of the highway, and there's like train tracks on top of it, so like a few times when recording there were like trains that would go by, and like they're super loud, but I got a few really cool shots of those with my camera. Which did not end up getting in the video, which was so sad. There was just like no spot for it, but it was also really fun because that's kind of when I was like in between working on Fool and working on other projects, and I was kind of like, I want to add Kiddick in some of these shots. So there's a few of Kiddick in there if you really squint. And then at that time I was kind of like, yeah, this can fit into the story. But yeah, one of the shots from that video actually makes an appearance in Fool, which was really fun. Kind of ties into the I wouldn't say like message, but I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's when Kiddick like appears on the main monitor, and they kind of like cover up the music video, or not music video, they cover up the video on the screen with the thing that says like not cool. What's the song name? Oh man. The one playing right now, Stares with Blank Eyes. Oh, you're making a reference to a video I haven't posted on YouTube. I would assume, at least. I was gonna post that to YouTube, but then I was like, I saw... I wouldn't say annoying is the word for it, but like predictable the comments were, and I was like, do I really want to get that on YouTube? On top of already getting those comments on TikTok and Instagram? Not really. It was a fun video to make, and I loved it. I love it so much, even now, but yeah, definitely kind of self-fulfilling prophecy with that one. Yeah, I got that idea last year, I think. Yeah, it was like last year whenever I posted the Mary animation, and like I put the song name in like both the description, and it was also like the sound for the, you know, audio, and I had like a couple comments asking for the song name. I was like, this is so annoying. It's like, just read, it's so easy, I promise. You can do it, I believe in you. But it's so difficult. Last time I try and do a comedy animation. Okay, let's draw this one. I feel like this is gonna look a lot different from the frames before it with the jacket, but right now that's okay. I just want to get kind of the basic form. Basic shape of things. So smooth, I wouldn't even have the patience to do that kind of thing. Yeah, takes a lot. Again, I've been working on this one shot for like 3 streams now, so it's taken a bit. But I think I'm also going like way too much in detail for something like rough animation. But it'll help me later. That's what I keep telling myself. It'll help me later when I'm doing cleanup. It'll all be fine. Okay. So let's see how I should save while I'm thinking about it. We're also gonna put it like here? No, here. Just for now. Okay. Not too bad. Yeah, I've had a good amount of fun streaming. Again, this was like something that I did when I was first working on Fool last year, just for like the rough animation back then. And that was really fun because you get a few people in chat kind of like talking and everything. And it's been fun this time around too. Definitely a lot more people than I was used to on Twitch, but so it was a little overwhelming at first. Okay, do I want the shoulders to come down like after the head? I don't know. where do I want to lead this shot from? Like, where's the motion leading from? Let me see. I don't know, we'll just draw an in-between and figure it out. That always works, right? I think I might lead the action with the chest a little bit, because the head takes a while, like their face takes a while to kind of like settle. So I think their torso is gonna settle before anything else. So, leading with the torso. That's what I've decided. But I think the arms are gonna drag a little bit. Just add some variation. Okay, and this shoulder's gonna come out just a bit because they kind of rotate. I wonder if their shoulder looks too... I think their shoulder looks too broad here. Yeah, it looks way too broad. We're gonna fix that. There we go. Looks really weird with that frame. There we go. Ooh, okay. I kind of enjoy this. And then yeah, I think this one's gonna be a bit closer to the frame in red, which is the one that comes after this. Just because again, I want their shoulders to come up before their head kind of like settles. But I also don't want it to look like, I don't know, too weird. So we're gonna see. Just testing some things, seeing what works. It's the joy of rough animation, as always. And again, their arm is gonna kind of like follow through. It's gonna drag a bit behind the motion. Oof. Oof, that's weird. Okay. Kinda hate that. Kinda hate that. Really hate that. As the more I look at it, the weirder it looks. Alright, what's the way to fix this? We're just gonna power through and see if it looks better once it's all like stitched together. I think it's just that everything like changes shape a little bit, and so it's kind of tripping me up. Okay, then we'll add one more here, and this one's just gonna, we're just gonna try for like a straight in between. Just right smack dab in the middle of these two different frames. Remove the arm just a bit closer to how it is here. Okay. This is a moment of truth. I might hate this. I'll probably hate this. But we're gonna... it's not the worst thing in the world. I feel like this arm here, like it just like changes sizes completely. And it's not even like a matter of like, oh, they're rotating, so it's gonna look weird. It's just like their arm, their shoulder's growing. And that's what it looks like to me. So we're gonna change that. Hopefully. Make it look a bit better. Still looks a little weird. Maybe their arm doesn't follow through. You know, maybe it doesn't have as much drag. I wonder if I add like a bit of a crease here, if that's gonna get it across a bit better. Like that motion. Because it's gonna kind of shrink here. And just turn it on. Let's see. Just kind of give that feel. Yeah, okay. I think that works a bit better. Let's see. And then maybe one more in between before they like fully settle into this pose. And this one's just gonna be, again, right in between these two frames. Nothing special. Not close to one or the other, just right in between. I will say it's really cool like seeing this thing come together as time goes on. Cause I have it like all, I'm doing compositing and After Effects as I'm getting these like shots done with rough animation. Just even just the rough animation is really cool. It's making me makes me really happy to see it come together. There's just the satisfaction of like seeing something that you've pictured in your head, you know, from this point, actually being put into motion, like in front of your eyes, and that's a really cool feeling. I had that point a lot in Fool, with the puppeteering sequence, because that was like the first thing that I really like imagined with the music video, was the puppeteering bit where they're saying like, I'll be your fool and everything. And like seeing that finally come together, like, I don't know, it was a really cool feeling. Those sketch colors, I think remind me of someone. What do you mean by that? You mean like the red and blue, like onion skin? Okay, let's see how this looks. Just a bit of a settle into the motion. Also, I think I need to actually draw their neck in this shot. Very unfortunate reality. I hate drawing their neck so much. I don't know why, they just don't look, it doesn't look right. Like, ew, why do you have a neck? Disgusting. We're just gonna, like, black it out here. Nice thing about being lazy with shading and just doing, like, black and white. Okay, let's see. I'm also gonna change the song. Oh, I just muted the song for me. There we go. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna zoom out, see how it looks from far away. On a tiny screen. Ooh, I really like the last motion. I think it did. Okay, I'm glad I trusted the process. this itty bitty screen here. This kind of helps me like look at the motion from like in a smaller scale. I feel like maybe the arms here, it's just a little bit too much like straightforward, you know? Doesn't really give off the impression that they're like losing their balance. But for now, I think it works. I think this shot's good for now, with like rough animation. I really hate their face in this frame, but that's something I think I'm gonna fix when I'm doing cleanup. They just look a little too dumb. I don't know how else to describe it. So real quick, before I move on to like a new shot, I'm gonna fix something here because it was kind of bugging me, and then one of my friends also pointed out when I showed them the shot, like it just looks a little weird with their eyes. Their eyes just kind of like die here. So I'm gonna fix that real quick and might add like a blink or something here. It's just a question of like how, like where to add this motion in. I'm gonna make their pupils, jeez, can't talk. Gonna make their pupils a bit smaller here. Cause yeah, this shot, like on its own, their face looks okay. You know, it looks fine with just this shot. If you're just looking at this thing over and over again, it looks fine. But like in the actual video, like with the shots beside it, their eyes just kind of like die. Especially compared to like how much emotions in like this part here. Like they're really getting tugged up and they're hating every second of it. But here it's just kind of like, ah yeah, getting pulled upwards, I guess. Cool. So, we're gonna copy this for now, and I'm actually gonna close their eyes. Let me just kind of put those as placeholders. Then we're gonna move their eyebrows down a bit. I was gonna stream a bit later in the day today, but I have to be up early tomorrow, so I was like, I should stream a bit earlier. A night stream would have been fun. That's what I did on I don't know, was it Sunday? Whatever my first stream was. I wonder if I just add in like a in-between here, if that's gonna help. I'm a little worried because it might make the motion look too slow, because this is like a really quick motion, but we're just gonna try it, you know, we're gonna brainstorm, see what works. Okay, gonna be honest, just gonna draw over the frame before it and then kind of move it around. Just so I can really make sure they stay on model a little bit. I feel like this is the only shot so far where I've really gotten like their short hair right. I know I already ranted about last stream, but it's really tough to draw. I'm so used to drawing them with like longer hair. Especially like recently, like all my sketches of them for warm-ups had them in with like longer hair. It's like not much of a difference, but it's enough to kind of trip me up, especially with their bangs. Because like End of Fool, you know, their hair's a lot longer than beginning of it. Okay. So now I will actually do like a proper in between. I wonder if I want their eyes open for this. Hold on, I'm gonna do something. I don't know if I want them to kind of like pop their eyes open. You have like an overshoot here. We're gonna try that first, and then if that doesn't look good, I'm gonna do just a regular like ease in to them opening their eyes. Cause I have a feeling it's not gonna look how I want it to, but but we're gonna try it. Okay. Alright, let's see. Okay. I'm trying not to be mean. I'm trying not to be mean about this shot, but man. Man. Okay, let's just try and ease in. Let's not do anything fancy. I think my earlier worry of this, like, an extra frame in here making it look a little too slow, I think that's coming true. Just looks a little slow. Kind of takes like the kick out of the motion. I thought I was playing the cat from Ipanema for a few seconds. I don't know why. Fell asleep accidentally and woke up immediately when I heard Mask of My Own Face. Yeah, it has that effect. It's a great song. Okay. So let's put this in between. I really think it's gonna make the motion look too slow. And it definitely is, but the fix for this honestly might be bringing this frame up a little bit and like changing the spacing, because I think the spacing might be a little too close, and that's what's giving me the ick. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We're gonna have it a bit closer to the frame in blue, just to kind of add to that ease in or whatever. Okay. Let's see where we're coming from. I think maybe because the shoulder's kind of leading the action, so I think the shoulder is gonna move in front of everything. So yeah, like this, like their collar doesn't move too much, but their shoulder's really pushing forward. And I think that because it's like the motion's being led from their wrist, and so their shoulder is gonna get tugged a bit. Okay. And then just draw their arm right in between. I think Spotify is doing that thing again. I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of the time Spotify seems to just play the same artist. Like, even if you have something on shuffle, it just plays the same artist like 5 times in a row if you have multiple of their songs on a playlist, and I think it's doing it again. Which is just like, it's really annoying. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves with Spotify and like their shuffle feature. And then it's also like, you know, I'll get some playlists where I feel like whenever I press shuffle, it plays like the same 5 songs, and that's kind of it. And it's really annoying. Okay, let's see. I don't know, it just makes the motion feel really slow. Let's see. Okay. Well, I mean, it's gonna be easier to tell, like, in context when I watch, like, all the shots together, so I think for now it's okay. I'll just kind of see, like, after the stream how it looks in context to the rest of the scene and see if it's weird. I just changed this one to that face. These faces were, like, really fun to draw. I think their head's, like, too big in these first couple shots. Especially this one. The same songs in a row happens to me a lot. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. It's really annoying. I don't know why Spotify does that. Or if it's like you want to shuffle an artist or something, and then they play the songs that you don't listen to first, like without fail. They like a lot of artists have like singles versions or like acoustic versions of songs, and it's like stuff that I've never listened to, and then Spotify's like, oh, you haven't listened to this? Let's put this at the front, at the top actually. Like every time without fail, and I don't know why they do that, and it's really annoying. Okay, so we're just gonna fix this. I've had to like make playlists for like artists that I like because of this issue with Spotify. Because like their shuffle for artists is just so broken, like for no reason. Okay. Yeah, I think that motion works. I still think there's a little bit of weirdness in like this little like gaining their balance movement here, but I think for now it's okay. So we're gonna move on to a new shot, which I've not done on stream yet. And I'm sweating about because it's gonna be really tough. So I think for this part it's gonna be really, really rough animation. This was another one that I probably should have done roughs for. Not roughs, like a reference for. Like make a reference video. And who knows, depending how it goes here, I might end up doing that later. Just grabbing one of my housemates and being like, can you sling your armor on my shoulder real quick? And just act like a bastard, basically. And they'll need no further notes. Say understood. Because I have to get the problem with this shot, right? Is I'll draw a diagram just so you guys understand like their positioning in the shot. So like if this is a top-down view of the room, right? This right here is the front door, right? This is where Kit is standing, you know, and they're looking out this way, and then this is a Kiddick here, and then like I don't know how to describe this, but like if this is the camera, right, and this is like the front of the camera right here. The camera starts off facing Kit, like, here, and they get tugged up, and so then the camera moves here, so you can see Kiddick and everything in their whole introduction. But then right after their introduction, the camera moves right here. So, like, with Kiddick facing this way, right, I have to make them somehow come around here so that they're next to Kit. Because they have to like sling their shoulder, like their arm over their shoulder. If that makes any sense. I'm like trying to explain it in like a 3D space. But basically, yeah, I have to get Kiddick from like facing towards Kit over to like being beside them, and that's really tough. Especially when the shots before this are like facing Kiddick head on. So gotta somehow make them turn around. I have several playlists on Spotify that I listen to each day, so this doesn't happen to me sometimes. Yeah. I have a few. I usually like make a playlist for like the songs that I'm listening to over like the course of a 3-month period before I get tired of them and I like want to go on to another one. Also, this shot has lip sync, but we're not doing that today because I can't play the song on YouTube. I explain this every time, so I'm sorry, but Columbia Records would kill my ass if I played this on stream. The videos are going to be blocked in like a few countries, which really sucks, but working on a workaround, so we'll figure it out. Okay, so I want their arm to kind of like start up here. This is going to be really rough, so just bear with me. Just be patient, because it's going to be really, really rough right now. I don't know if their arm is like too high here. They're going like, they're just like slinging their arm around their shoulder. I feel like making them a bit taller here is gonna help a bit. Yeah, playlists are like my saving grace on Spotify. But there's also like moments where I'm like, I'm in the mood for like, I don't know, listening to like only Joe's music, you know? But then Spotify's like, do you want to listen to every single alternative version of his songs that you've never heard before? Would you want to listen to that stuff you've never heard before? And I'm like, I'm not in the mood for that. Like, I'm in the mood to listen to songs that I know from this artist. So that's where it gets like annoying. Okay, so I think the motion is being led by like their chest here, specifically like their left shoulder. So I'm gonna have everything else follow that. So their head's gonna still be kind of bent back here. That mouth is like way too far up. I think this is like the real rough animation. It's gonna be a little rough right here, but you can get through it. It's just trial and error. Their head completely changes shape. But it's just rough animation, so it's fine. I just really need like a sense of the motion. So, let's see. So their shoulder kind of, it swings back here. So I feel like having them kind of straighten out is a good idea. That looks so unhinged. Like so unhinged. Okay. We're gonna fix this because their head just like shrinks. I love drawing like the thumbnail versions of them. just like a head and spikes, you know? That's how you can identify them. It looks really messy right now. We're just gonna like draw through Kit for these shots right now, because I'm not even gonna worry about them right now. I just want to figure out whatever the hell's going on with Kiddick. I like how their hair just flips. We're not gonna worry about it. Consistency? Who is she? Okay, so definitely want to add like an in-between here, because I need to like rotate their head somehow. And their head's like really gonna just follow through on this motion. This is gonna look really awkward. So I have to like rotate. This is so weird looking. So like this is another shot where it's just gonna like really frustrate me. Just cause it, I think I said this like last time, but I'm really good with like subtle movements and everything. So any kind of like crazy animation that has like a lot of character acting is really difficult. So stuff like this, what I'm animating currently, is not my strong suit. Because I know how I want them to look when they move into this, but it's really difficult to actually translate into a drawing. Oh, we got more Joe. I'm back. Also music. Music! That song like just ended for me when you said that. This song in particular slaps. It's amazing. Okay, do I just do their arm movement for now? Or just do really, really rough here? Because I want them to kind of do like this motion with their arm. Without looking like too weird. Which right now it's looking a little weird. The arm's looking a bit long. Let's just see how that looks. I'm gonna put these like right next to each other just so I can flip through this a bit easier. I feel like having their arm up a bit more is gonna do wonders. I think this is where we get into like sacrilegious territory with my rough animation. It's just untranslatable. Makes absolutely no sense. It's basically chicken scratch. I need your playlist. I think it's linked in the description of the stream. I think so. I think I did. I think I linked it here. But YouTube is like really awful with links, so you can't, unfortunately you can't just like click it if you're on mobile. I don't think. This song is amazing and perfect. Turn it up a little bit. If I could have it my way, I'd just listen to this song over and over again for the whole stream. So you guys are lucky that I can't do that. It would get very, very tiring after a while. Maybe we just animate the arm for now. Maybe we don't worry about the rest of the body. Ooh. Kinda hate that. You know? Kinda hate that. I feel like that motion doesn't really work. Because their arm goes like down and then back up. And that's just, it's a little awkward. So I don't think we're gonna be doing that. Maybe we just focus on the keyframes for now. I think maybe I'll just make a frame that's kind of like easing into this motion here, you know? So we're just gonna draw over this. Again, these are like as rough as it gets in terms of sketches. Basically chicken scratch levels of sketches. Eventually this will have lip sync, but for now we're not worrying about it. Alright, let's see how that looks. Man, just something about this shot is killing me. Because I want them to like, so they're, let's see. So they're hooking their arm around Kit's shoulder, right? And I feel like I want them to kind of like latch onto their shoulder, and then from that motion they pull like the rest of their body towards Kit. If that makes any sense. But that's what I'm going for, kind of. So I think I have to make the rest of their body kind of like follow through in this motion here. So bring their head back a little bit, maybe. Let's see how that looks. Get that storyboard out of here. So maybe instead of like their arm coming down, hold on, I have an idea. A terrifying concept, I know. Okay. I think I figured it out. Hold on. Let me just erase this. Because if they're leading the motion, like, with the, like, I guess their elbow would be where it's coming from. Their arm is actually gonna kind of swing in. Let's see how that looks. try this. Okay. I think I fixed it. Might not look like much of a difference, but it changed everything for me. So yeah, they're kind of like bringing this arm up to add to the momentum of them like pulling themselves in. I feel like maybe I need to add just a bit more of that like rotation here to really get the point across. Really exaggerate it. Oh yeah. More Full Metal Alchemist. I can't not point it out every time it comes on. It's just such a different vibe. The song reminds me of a late afternoon with just me and the world. Yeah, pretty much. Not the one that's currently playing. The one before this, for sure. Alright, alright. I kind of fuck with it. I feel like I can kind of exaggerate like this frame here, but for now, what are we gonna do? Not worry about it. We're gonna move on to the next one. Or maybe I'm gonna add like an ease in frame here. I think that's gonna help a little bit. It's all gonna depend how it looks after the stream whenever I put it like with the other shots, because that's what really matters, is if it looks good like all together. Ooh, scary jokes are back. I just realized I'm almost 2 hours into the stream and I haven't given a lore drop yet. I don't know what else I could give away, you know? I will say, something that absolutely ruined my day yesterday was, I was telling my housemates about, how I like revealed Al's name and everything, and one of my housemates, very unfortunately, let me know that Algae Rhythm is also the villain in Space Jam 2. So, yeah, that was awful. That was terrible news. That I don't think I can ever recover from, personally, so the character's ruined for me. I thought I was like being so smart too with the name. I was like, nobody's ever done this before. Algae Rhythm, as in algorithm. But no, someone had been. But it's okay. That movie doesn't exist in this universe, so it's fine. Okay, I like this little tilt of the head. I think that works well. I wonder if their arms should kind of like, let's see. could try like rotating their arm a bit. I don't know if that's really gonna work. Not really. This image is saying to me, "Hey little buddy, how's life?" Yeah, pretty much. Okay, trying to think of how this motion should work. Let's see. I think we're just gonna kind of like move everything down. Okay. Have you ever listened to I Don't Know How? I have not. What kind of music do they have? Okay. I don't hate this. I feel like there's a lot of work that'll be put into this shot later, but for now I'm just getting a sense for the motion. Okay, and I think now is when I should kind of animate Kit. And I think they're gonna be more so, or well, less rough. Because I feel like I have their motion down pretty well in my head, like what it's gonna look like. While Kittix was just like screaming the whole time, trying to draw it. You gotta remember to make their bangs really short. And the sideburns are back, baby. Let's go. I don't know how to describe it, but it's similar to Lemon Demon or Joe. Ooh. Then I'll probably like their music. I'll have to check them out after stream. I know a few days I was saying how like, oh, it's raining now, so it's like not hot here anymore. But no, it's back to like low 90s. And I think that's messed up. Okay, this doesn't look like them. This really doesn't look like them. Yeah, I thought because it was gonna storm that it was like gonna get, you know, cool. But no, it just got humid. It really sucks. I feel like their jaw is just like too broad here. And that's what's messing me up. Oh, they got like chipmunk cheeks here. Oh my god, Herobrine. Holy shit, you guys. Herobrine is real? That's fucked up. Dude, I was so afraid of stuff like that when I was growing up. Like, it was my biggest fear. Like, to the point where I wouldn't, in Minecraft, like, I wouldn't, dig, like, what was it, like, the 2x2 mines, you know? I wouldn't dig that way because I was like, he's gonna show up, and I'm gonna die. I was a very scaredy cat kid. I'm still a scaredy cat, but, even more so when I was growing up. Their face just looks like wrong here. I don't know. Something's not right. So we're just gonna delete this. We're gonna try again without the sketch. I think it's just like their face is like too broad here. Let me take inspiration from this. How I drew them here. Like, it's one of those days, you know, where I feel like I can't, like, translate, the image I'm thinking of in my head into, like, an actual drawing. It's just one of those off days. And I think it's because I didn't warm up as much as I need to today, and so it's kind of throwing me off. It's just like, I was trying to draw Kiddick a few weeks ago after having like taken a break from drawing them for a while, and I was like, this is not this is not Kiddick. I don't know who I drew, but this is not them. That's how it's kind of feeling with drawing Kit today. They are traumatized already. What animation program do you, is this, may I ask? It is Clip Studio Paint EX. I'm realizing now, like, I should probably have, like, an FAQ. People do that in streams, right? They have, like, a FAQ section of the description. Ugh, their face just looks, like, not right. Just not correct. I might move on to a different shot, because I think this is one of those shots where it's just, I need to like really sit down with it, you know? Probably on a day where I feel like I'm drawing the characters a bit better. Like I don't feel like this motion's bad, like I enjoy this part, but I feel like I'm just not drawing Kit correctly right now. So the next shot we're going on to is all Kit. Let me pull it up. It's a bit later into the video, not by much, but you know, a few shots. I forget what shot it is. Here we go. Very fun shot though. Okay. This one was really fun to do the background for. It's like, it's such a simple background, but it was really fun. Let me actually name that real quick while I'm thinking about it. Then we're gonna color code it. Okay. See, this one is gonna be fine, I think, for drawing them on model, because I did pretty okay with keeping them kind of consistent here. Just in like the storyboards. Maybe not like 100%, but you know, the idea is there. Looks so silly from rotating the canvas. And for those who have joined the stream like a bit ago, didn't hear my whole introduction, working on my next music video, set to The Handshake by MGMT. I've just been working on rough animation for the past few days, and it's been really fun. So I'm about, I'm over halfway through with rough animation because it's a pretty short video, which is really exciting. It's 22 shots total, I think, and it's like exactly a minute long, I think. If not exactly a minute, then like a minute and a second. I don't know. But yeah, it's 22 shots, and it's kind of interesting because I think Fool was around 24, and that was about 2 minutes long. So this has a couple more shots. If it was like put to the length of Fool, at least it would have a few more shots. But it's been really fun working on it so far. It's kind of tough because it's only a minute long, and I have to fit like a good amount of stuff in 1 minute, while also putting it to the beat of the song. So some of the shots, when I was first boarding it, seemed a little rushed, but I've been reassured by the people I've shown the video to that it's not looking awkward, so that's good. I think maybe once I start like looking at it for too long, everything just looks too fast or too slow or something like that. I got that a lot with Fool, where it was like at the end of production, I was like, this shot is so slow and stuff like that, but you know, when I watch it now, after like months later, like after releasing it, it looks fine. So that was just in my head. But yeah, this music video is a good change of pace. It's not as like high energy as Fool was, which was really fun, but this one's also just kind of different vibe, which I really enjoy. Definitely a couple hard shots in here though. Really tough to animate. There's like a lot of movement. Just stopping by quickly. Keep working hard like this. I'm sending this from Brazil, so congratulations for getting this far. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Yeah, it's been really cool, like seeing I guess all the like different people from different countries kind of hopping in and saying hi. That's really cool to see. Really hoping that Columbia Records isn't stupid and lets this at least be like lets this video be accessible in most countries. I know unfortunately I think so it's blocked in a few countries because the song is owned by Columbia Records and they're like hard asses about everything with their music. But I'm brainstorming kind of what to do to fix that. Alright, so let's just do a quick in-between. I think maybe their nose is a little too far here. Their eyes are looking weird now that I'm looking at it more. Looks a little weird, but it's fine. I cannot wait for it to be like fall and cool off again. I'm so sick of summer. I'm really sick of it. I was like really spoiled with where I lived before this because AC, like the houses where I grew up were like built for, you know, 100-degree days because that's just like the norm. And where I moved now, like the houses are really old and they're not really built for this heat, and so it's really tough during the summers, especially like I'm on a higher floor, and so it's not the best because heat rises. So if I'm at my computer for too long, I start just like sweating and it's awful. But hopefully, you know, summer will end soon. It'll get cold again. I'd much rather it be cold than warm. Okay, so we're having their head kind of like move down here. Most of it's not gonna be visible. Let's see how that looks. I think I need to bring it this way a bit more. Maybe? Man, animation's hard. So they're kind of like, they're leaning down here. So I really want to get a sense of like that arch with them coming down this way. And this is just a really awkward pose, so trying my best here. We'll see how it goes. Oh, that has music on it. I feel like I do this once every single stream where I start playing the clip and then it plays music and it's like so insanely loud. So I apologize to anyone who had headphones in if that was really loud. Alright, it's good for now. I'm gonna kind of do an ease-in frame here. So we are gonna do this. And I'm just gonna kind of draw over this and move them around like a puppet. That's what they are. Have them kind of like open their eyes too. Their face just looks like really dumb in half these shots. They're just dumbfounded. What a scare. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It is like every stream. It's awful. Oh, you know what? Maybe their mouth is a little too low here. I think that's also bugging me. Needs to be up a little bit more. Okay. Good enough. It's fine. He's fine. Let's see. So here is gonna kind of, because it's like it's settling into that position there. So alright, let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's alright. Okay. I feel like it's like too much of an ease in. So let's try something. Because I kind of want this motion to be like snappy. I'm definitely gonna need like a wrist break or something after this. I feel like I've been drawing too much these past few days, or just like animating, so starting to get that wrist pain. Classic. I think the craziest thing in art college was just that like wrist pain was normal. You'd have people come in with like wrist brace every day, like actively murdering their wrist because they're animating for so long. Which, I mean, better to have a brace than, you know, just animate all the time and murder your wrist and not do anything about it. But yeah, it's just, especially senior year, like when people are working on their capstone films, it's just like they'd be making a presentation and like actively have 2 wrist brace on, and they're like, yeah, so I damaged my wrist, my tendon is torn, but this is the final product for my film. It's like, this sucks. That's art school for you. Gotta love it. So yeah, we're just gonna rotate their head down a little bit here. And also kind of delete that frame for now. We'll come back to it if we want to. Man, this one's tough too. I don't know. It's like I know how the motion, like I know how I want the motion to look, and it's just not looking like that, and that's really tough. But this was happening earlier, and I pushed through, and it looked better, so we're gonna try that here. I think it's just I don't have enough follow-through, like on the hair. And that's what's kind of bugging me. So we're gonna try doing this. Oof, that's weird. That's weird looking. I don't know, I might come back to this shot. Because just the motion's like weird. I don't know. We kind of check out the other ones, see how I'm liking them. I think this one, like adding that extra frame really helped. I really liked shot 6. I think that one worked out really well with the movement. Getting that down. I think that worked. Let's see. Yeah, I think it might be a good stopping point, because it's been about over 2 hours, so I definitely think I need to like stop staring at the shots. I think that's my biggest culprit of like, I don't know, not liking them right now. So I think I need to just kind of take a break and come back to it a bit later, because I think I've just been staring at the characters for like way too long. I think that might be it. So, I'm gonna head out for the night, but I'll be back not next week, but the week after, because I'm going on a trip, so there won't be a stream for about a week or so. And when I come back, I might be starting on cleanup, which will be really fun. It all depends how much animation I get done on my tablet next week. So we will see, but thank you to everyone who joined and talked in chat, or if you're just watching the VOD, or if you were just listening alongside, like drawing or something like that. Thanks for joining and listening in. And yeah, have a good night, everyone.